Good lord, is it snowing? I'm already feeling cold enough as it is, since it's the middle of November, but... Hello all you crazy people out there, my name is Dragonite, and welcome back to Pokemon Sword. So, I'm aware that there's still this massive part of the wild area, which I have not even stepped foot in yet. I really do want to go there, but I also don't want to spend 2 videos in a row just goofing off. So I'm going to go follow the main plot instead. In the next video, or maybe the one after that, whenever, wow, you can really see that beacon from far away, can't you? I guess that's the point of beacons. Before I move on from the next area, to the next area, from the city, I will pop back out here and cross the bridge and see what I find, but I just figured I ought to maybe go on record with that. Anyway, so we're going to make our way to Motorstoke Stadium. You know what I hear in this city's music? I hear chiming from like a grandfather clock on the hour. If anyone's ever heard a grandfather clock go off. I know that the city seems to be fairly big on wheels and gears and clocks and that sort of thing. By where I live, there's a building with a clock tower on it, which I hear occasionally. And, I feel like I should go flying in the air when I get on this lift, and when it stops moving at the top. Anyway, that's a tone I'm familiar with. You have the Emerald, like the Yoko Taro Emerald, except it's shaped like a Pokeball. I did make it hop. Alright, so you're gonna do that. The gym challenge, my mom, your mom, the whole world. You know, just my mom and your mom and the whole world. You're a bit nervous. You're excited. Come on. Okay, so I'm guessing there's going to be another rival battle coming up in there, which might be a little weird because it's, seriously, what's with the Yoko Taro hat? Okay. The ball guy. Yeah, sure, whatever you say. It's a bit weird if we'd have 2 rival battles before I even get to face a gym, but it feels like the appropriate place for it. There was a giant stadium made entirely out of stone. There hasn't been an Italy Pokemon game yet, has there? There hasn't really been a good excuse to show off the Colosseum, or any of the Greek arenas. Prior to any news about Sun and Moon coming out, Sun and Moon. God, I'm doing it again. Prior to any real news about what was going to be in Sword and Shield, some friends and I, and probably more people on the internet than just my friends and I, were speculating things like a region based on ancient Greece, which would be admittedly cool. And they probably have things along those lines in a region such as that. You're talking about the gym challenge. The Badoo drop in. Dewdrop, Badoo drop, haha. Okay, so we'll get to see all the gym leaders up front. Which makes sense. I have to figure if I'm not allowed to go that way. I have to figure if we were going to try and bring more realism into the Pokemon world, into the Pokemon games, it would help immensely. Oh, I can walk around in here. It would contribute immensely to realism if the gym leaders were seen to be people who exist outside the gyms. Gen 5 did that, and I liked it. Not always as much as I would have wanted, but most of the gym leaders, if not all of them, did show up in the game outside of their gyms. A couple other trainers have done that throughout the years. When you rematch the gym leaders in Gen 4, you would occasionally see them in places besides the gyms. But for the most part, gym leaders in Pokemon definitely feel like you know how when you're a kid and you're going to 1st grade for the first time and it feels like your teacher is just an entity that just exists inside the classroom and never leaves? That's what the gym leaders in a lot of Pokemon games feel like. All right, it's packed with challengers. Every one of these folks is another rival. Let's get signed up. We gotta wait online. I don't play video games so I can wait online. You don't look happy. Are you gonna be important? The camera... I took a film class for part of my game design major a little while ago, and it was all about paying attention to what the camera's doing, and the camera did definitely linger on that character, so my brain is immediately thinking that's gonna be an important person. I do not know anything really about the the antagonistic team in this game. Although, do I? I feel like I should, but it's not coming to mind right now. But perhaps perhaps that angry puffy-haired dude is going to be important. You're Leon's brother. Is this where I get the uniform numbers? Yes. Okay, so I like the number 42 for the answer to life, the universe, and everything. I finally cracked open the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy a couple days ago, and I'm not too far into it, but that's like a rite of passage for being a nerd. But also, oops, no, hey, stop. No, yes, thank you. 42 is Jackie Robinson's number, which is universally retired throughout Major League Baseball, and I kind of don't want to trot on that. I definitely am a Jackie Robinson fan. Instead, what other numbers are significant? I could do 16 for Hex. I could pick a nerdy number, 64, 32, 8, 2, 4, any of those. I mentioned playing Little League a little while ago in the last video, and the first uniform number I wore was 44, so I'll go with that. You've been booked at a room at the nearby Badoo Drop-In. Okay, so that's another thing. The other challengers for the Gym League, they exist also. Which is, aside from your rival and rival-esque characters, that's usually not a thing in Pokemon games either. Usually you're the one challenging the gym, and it's you against the world, and no one else is... You don't see anyone else doing the exact same thing. But apparently that is not the case here. You're another challenger. What, did you say something about your hair? Nah. Take it from me. Okay. It reminds me of all things... My friend Anthony wrote himself a self-insert fanfiction about Pokemon. And there was a... That was long before Sword and Shield. This was a number of years ago now. There was a... I don't know if I want to call it a mechanic, but a part of that story that was similar to that with, like, trainers staying at... He had them stay at an inn that was basically the Pokemon Center. But to, it could just as easily be a separate building. So that's interesting. Once again, this Sword and Shield, or at least Sword, because I am not currently playing Shield and I don't know what's in Shield. I thought you were one of the, like the Squid Kids for some reason when I first looked at you. These games have brought a lot of changes to the Pokemon franchise, and almost all of them I have to say I'm a fan of. I wish like the free camera in the wild area was a little bit more free and less restricted. But he's saying I should get some rest. Don't tell me what to do. Sleep is for the weak. So I'm gonna save my sleep for oh crap, today's Monday. Moving on. I'm interested in seeing what else is going to dare I use the word evolve to describe a Pokemon game. You want to make a new gym. Do you have permits? I feel like you'll need permits, and you'll need to notify the town zoning committee, and I can't remember how it goes when you want to build a new building anywhere. There is a second Pokemon Center in this city. I'll visit it, just in case when I fly there are more than one fly points in the city, the way there were in Lumiose and Kalos. Also, oh, God, Sonia, that's her name. Sonia said I could customize my my trainer card at the computer in the Pokemon Centers. So I'm going to modify my own for now. Print it. What? Can I plug in a USB printer and actually print it? Wait, what? What was that? What does print it mean then? Or does that just enter my inventory? Okay, whatever. We'll make a new league card. There's only a couple backgrounds. Only a couple of effects and only a couple frames. And it says new, which makes it sound like... I'm going to be unlocking more. The more I progress through the game. I do like this train station. That's the train station, right? I think that's the train station. I like the less urban environments, definitely, in video games. I guess I'll go with that for now. That's the background. The effect can have nothing, can have fireworks. I'm not a fan. Bubbles, that's kind of neat. Unobtrusive. A a blended texture. They're all blended. I like the bubbles. I also like this. I like that. I'm gonna go with that. And the frame. Can I have a yellow one? Because, you know, yellow dragons. Or at least it's brown according to the Pokedex. The Pokemon Dragonite is, but... red is kind of cool. Alright, next step. Okay, I can zoom in and out. Whoop. Yes, I want to make sure everybody is aware that I'm wearing a shuckle. Alright, that should be good. Change expression with the X button. This is basically a me maker. I want to get rid of all these, I want to get rid of all these new icons first. Give me a moment. So this is basically my opinion on this entire video game of Pokemon Sword. So I'm going to go with that. Pose. I can mess with the pose as well. That's a... I am half expecting the Fortnite dance pose to show up at some point in this game for a pose that you can strike. But that looks kind of weird. That looks like you're gonna fall. That looks like you're getting your picture taken for school, which I definitely want to suppress the memories of because my god, that was the most pointless use of my school days ever. That's pretty neutral. All right, we can do the neutral one. The neutral one that's not actually neutral. Next step, clothing, matte coating. I can buy it. Yeah. Let's go with that. Okay. Oh, you know what? Could I put in 159 as my uniform number? I mean 149, sorry. I just thought of that now. I don't regret using 44. As a bit of a throwback to my Little League playing days, but 159, 140. Why do I keep saying that? 149 would have been appropriate. What's 149? I want to say that's like Typhlosion or something. Mewtwo is 151. Chikorita, Bayleaf, Meganium would have been 52, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7 would have been a... Okay, so it would have been, God, what's the for Alligator middle stage? Totodile, Croconaw. 159 is Croconaw. Okay, I'm assuming the shops don't sell anything different because I haven't hit any like gym store checkpoints or anything. Gym leader battles are a good football match, which I assume means association football. Okay, that's back. Is there going to be a soccer field or any kind of sports arena in this game, the way there was in Nimbusa and Unova? All right. So I need to go to the inn. I don't think it's this one, right? I talked to the door and no prompt came up. That looks like either a fire station. There's graffiti of Lapras. This looks like either a fire station or a car dealership or mechanic repair shop or something. Okay. Can I actually go back there? Am I going to be able to go in the back? Is more and more of the city going to open up? You are going to tell me to turn around, aren't you? Because that looks like the way out of the city, and you look like you're guarding the way out of the city. Alright, where's the inn? I'm looking for the bannered mare. There is a... Nope. I kind of failed at running around the fence. Silk Scarf, power up normal type moves. Can I sit in the benches? I can. Alright, that is a Pokemon tradition, and that is something they are not allowed to get rid of, is people sitting in the benches. Cooking while camping is just fantastic. I must agree. I will try to do that periodically, although I can certainly see it becoming a time sink, so I'll also try to not just make that all I do in this Let's Play. You're playing hopscotch with Wynot and your younger sister. So that's something else I've noticed. They are gunning hard in this game, and they've been doing this for a couple generations, but they're really amping it up here. But they are gunning hard for making Pokemon seem like real living animals and not just fighting units. There's the whole Pokemon camp thing. There was Pokemon and Me, which was kind of a precursor to all this in the 3DS games. But there's a lot of stuff. There's stuff like people actually playing with their Pokemon and not just kind of standing side by side awkwardly. And that could be a technical thing. Certainly in the sprite-based DS games, that would have been a little hard to do, to demonstrate. But they're not being shy about showing Pokemon being entities that exist outside battlings and encouraging you to, This is nice. The rest of the city is kind of industrial, but this is really a garden here. Like, there are the Meowth beds in most of the houses in Alola, and they've expanded on that concept. Here you can see a little kiddie pool with a Tympole in it. And he wants it to go home, and the Tympole doesn't want to go home. You really wish you could fly with it. If I find a free TM, I will let you know, kid. Just to make your day better. Or just to make your day in general, as the expression goes. Let's see. Great weather, I'll say. It's actually not raining. With that said, I want to make yet another Ireland British Isles joke, but I think I've done those to death already, and I'm gonna try and use those sparingly. There are lots of ways to live with Pokemon. I'm pretty sure there were NPCs who mentioned things like that going way back into old Pokemon, but it's much more prominent now than it used to be. And again, that could be a technical thing, because they actually have the computing power to animate all that instead of having them just be static models on or going way back sprites on the overworld. But they also didn't have to, and I'm definitely happy that they did. You're going to hear me say that a lot in this game, just in case you weren't able to tell that already. You're doing volunteer work. I'm guessing this is the inn. This looks pretty important. Are you going to tell me what this building is? If so, I'm just going to poke around a little bit. See if there's anything else in the city. Does this go back to the main part by the other Pokemon Center? It does. Okay. Oh my god. I can't even remember your name, because I've seen so little of you, but... Yes, they're advertising food for Pokemon. Again, the signage. I mentioned that a couple videos ago, the signage. Alright. Why does this game make me so insanely happy? Okay, Vulpix. Kabu's the flaming star that crashed into the Galar region from the distant land of Hoenn. What? Is that a trainer? Or is that a Deoxys rock, or what? This doesn't actually look like an inn. Oh, Kabu. 187. Is this a Hall of Fame? Is the Hall of Fame an actual place instead of just an archive behind the Pokemon League in this game? The Uniform Shock. Ghost Uniform, Ice Uniform, Bug Uniform, Steel, Psychic, Electric, Ground, Flying, Normal, Poison. No Dragon. That sucks. I also don't really have enough money to buy anything, so I won't be. Yeah, I'm done. Not now. I can probably sell a bunch of the nuggets and stuff that I picked up in the wild area, but that can wait. Do you actually not have anything to... There you go. Major and minor divisions based on how strong they are. Okay, so there's a hierarchy to them, too. Are we going to be not traversing the region in a linear manner this game? Instead of just going from one city to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next? Are we going to have to skip cities because the gym leader is too strong for us or whatever? This is a train station. Did I just walk right past this? Food! Ah, yes, food. I'm hungry. I ate before I sat down to record this, but I didn't eat terribly much, and I'm hungry again. I'm gonna go make a sandwich at some point. Let's see. Macrocosmos Rail. Is there going to be any subject-verb agreement? Are there going to be any minigames involving food in this game? Because that's also kind of a tradition. Okay. This is a Pokemart. No new items. Alright. What's the music? I thought I heard the Follow Me jingle for a moment, but I don't hear it. Chairman Rose. Oh yes, Rose. We were introduced to Rose a little while ago. I wasn't thirsty anyway. I can only buy drinks. I can't buy chips, or I guess if I were to Wedgehurst Station, Wild Area Station, I guess the Wooloo are no longer blocking the track. I am not going anything for the time being. If I were to be a little bit more in character, the crisp vending machine, because I believe that's what much of the world calls them, as opposed to potato chips. Let's see. But the inn. Where's the inn? Shiny. Pokédoll. Right? Oh, is this it? Did I walk right past this? What's the shining thing? This is very shiny. Oh, it's a Badoo. That's right, because this is the Badoo... The Badoo something? The Badoo drop? Was that what it was? Anyway. Oh, cool. There's a mighty warrior. Is that a Pokemon behind him? I can't see, or is that just his cape? I think that's just his cape. Looks like you both got yourselves registered. Oh, hey, Sonia. What are you doing at our hotel? I'm researching the mysterious Pokemon that are said to be in the Slumbering Weld. You are just not going to give that up, are you? I reckon if I look into some of Galar's legends, I might figure something out. Care to join me? You're here already anyway. What's this, then? It's the statue of the hero who once saved the Galar region. I could run through the legend real quick if you fancy. Give me the long version. I want to get immersed in this game. Long ago, a great black storm covered the Galar region. People called it the Darkest Day. The land was assaulted by gigantic Pokemon, but they were defeated by a single young hero bearing a sword and a shield. Okay, cool. Coincidentally, totally, I'm sure, this game is named after that. This statue here is meant to depict the young hero of the legend. We still don't understand what kind of sword and shield the hero actually had. And what is this black storm supposed to be? What this black storm is supposed to be is just another mystery. Whatever it was blotted out the skies all over Galar. I suppose that tracks it with being called the Darkest Day, but still. I suppose the hero must have been about as strong as Lee then. It looks like you're going to have your hands full with plenty of research though, Sonia. Black storms and shields and swords and all. Yeah! Are you gonna be okay? You're kind of a wimp. I don't know why I decided to say that. I really want to needle Sonia for whatever reason. She had that... Her grandma was kind of like that, and she kind of had a bit of a back and forth with her grandma earlier. And I kind of want to side with the grandma. But that's largely unwarranted, so I'm gonna try and not do that. I'll muddle through somehow, don't you worry. You two are staying here at the hotel tonight, though, aren't you? Shouldn't you check in? I guess, probably so. And we'll look out for you too, Sonia. If we hear anything about any hero or whatnot, we'll tell you. So, before I forget, because I know this is going to be something I'm going to want to talk about. Gen 6 was based on France. Gen 8 is based on England. I'm not going to assume the Mr. Rose guy is relevant, but the War of Roses, the War of the Roses, the 100 Years' War, all that, England and France have a long history. Oh, hi! You have fine taste in hair. England and France have a long history of not getting along with each other, and I'm super curious as to whether, all the plot lines about AZ that were just kind of dropped in Gen 6 are going to, make a reappearance in this game. Alright, Team Yell. Team Yell. Okay. I'm gonna see what they want in the next video. I am 26 minutes into this one, and almost none of it's going to be cut out. I'm doing surprisingly little battling in this game for a Pokemon game. I'm going to go deal with Team Yell in the next video. So, my name is Dragonite. This has been Pokemon Sword. I hope you all enjoyed that. In the next part, I'm going to be discussing the magenta hairstyle that's up the stairs over there. And I will see you all later.